What is Fastlane like on a busy summer weekend? Well, that is what we are going to find out right now. So come along with me. We're going to do Fastlane from point A to point Z. Come along with me for the ride. Let's go. A little bit of a rainy day today. Not too bad, but just a little spritz here and there. I don't know how often I've gotten it this year, but rounding this corner, I always love this view. The entire park opens up right in front of you. If you need to pay, you can go to one of the green ones. They say open. I know you can't really read them here. Already at 10 o'clock, we have a decent line here. But like I said, the self-serve allows you to just take your ticket and you can just scan it right away when you get up there. Cedar Point becomes more and more and more popular as the summer draws to a close. We've got all these great workers here helping us get in, but there are already a lot of people at 10 o'clock. Now I am here a little bit after park open. It's 10:08 right now. The park opened at 10 o'clock. For pass holders, it opened at 9 o'clock, but we're doing a Fastlane video today, so I am coming in at the time when just the general public is able to get into the park. Follow where they tell you to park. A lot of people are just kind of parking randomly, and it gets very confusing for parking attendants if you're not just parking where they're telling you to park. So follow them, go where they tell you to go. This guy's flagging me down right now. Follow their lead and go where they tell you to go. All right, I just set my car's location on the app and it's time to head into the park, so let's go. Should have come in earlier today, guys. I hate lines. Well, 19 minutes later and I'm inside, or starting almost inside the park. Still got some time, but lucky for me, it looks like there are some empty rows right here. Now, first of all, you need to find a place where you can either buy your Fastlane or get your Fastlane from online. But either way, you still have to get that Fastlane wristband. Now, this one always has the biggest line because it's the first place that is the most obvious that says Fastlane. You can buy Fastlane other places. Point Plaza is definitely a good one. You can go other places also. Just saw Cedar Couple. Definitely go check them out on TikTok. I think they've got like 1 million followers, something like that. So go check them out. They're doing games all day today. They're awesome. So let's go. This line, as you can see, is much, much smaller than the line that we had out there. So these people are getting their Fastlane wristbands, and that's what I'm doing here in just a second also. Hey, if you guys have been around for a while, you know the drill already. Keep the receipt. You need to have it. I go through this every time anyway because not everyone has been around for forever. So definitely keep that receipt. This is the only way that they know that you actually bought it. So if this gets destroyed in some way, then they can give you another one when you come in and you say, you give them the receipt. There's no way to link it to your account, nothing like that. You just need to keep the receipt with you. Otherwise, you will lose it if it gets destroyed because you do have to show both sides of your wristband every time that you get in line for a ride. I did get Fastlane Plus, and now we are on our way to whatever we deem our first ride. She also this time helped me put on my Fastlane. That is very nice of one of the workers there inside the plaza. I love that because doing it by yourself is really, really... Most days, I would say, go back to Millennium Force for one of your first rides here at 10 o'clock. Either that or else go over to Magnum. Now, today's a little bit different. It's a weekend, and I have Fastlane. With Fastlane today, I want to hit one of the rides because right now lines are already long enough to go past the shared portion where you join the line with Fastlane. But it's not going to be long enough to get a lot of time in your Fastlane where you skip a lot of people. However, there are a few rides where the Fastlane line goes all the way up into the station. So that's what I'm looking for today. So right now we're headed to Valravn so that I can get straight up into that line and go all the way to the front, just through Fastlane. That way I get the prioritized movement for the longest amount of time. So that's where we're headed right now. You can see it behind me. Let's go. Now, because of that, it doesn't matter how long the regular line is. I'm still reaping the benefits from this. However, you do share more of the line on Raptor. You do share more of the line on Millennium Force. You do share more of the line on Steel Vengeance. You don't share as much of the line here on Valravn. It's already not a very long line, but I'm gonna get to skip basically all of it as my first ride of the day. Is this your daughter too? Yes, okay, awesome.
Brandon.
Hey, nice to meet you guys. So what's your favorite ride here?
Honestly, Gemini.
Gemini? Okay,
Oh, yeah.
That's my daughter's favorite ride. She loves it. Magnum? Oh, it's not yours, huh? Okay.
Hers is Magnum, mine is Gemini.
Nice.
I'm more of the old school guy.
Well, my daughter did Magnum, but she was a little bit scared of that one. But maybe as she grows. Yeah. She's probably about your age. Well, it's nice to meet you guys. Thank you for saying hi.
You too.
Have a good one.
You too, thank you.
This ride temporarily delayed for maintenance, which means I just wasted some time, but we've got this for a reason. So we're gonna just keep on walking, go to our next place, and see whether Fastlane is worth it or not on a weekend. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a very good chance it's going to rain today at some point. It's very, very humid, and it's given off rainforest vibes as far as the feel of the way today is. So we're gonna try to ride as much as we can before it rains, because things will close down when there's rain here at Cedar Point. All right, so we've got what says a 0-minute wait. There's no way that's the case. For Corkscrew. So we're on our way into Corkscrew right now. Let's go. Now this is not usually the plan for me to ride Corkscrew right away, but it is my first ride for today because this is the best weight that I will be able to get right now. No, he has me in the last line, guys. It looks like they only have one train riding today, so it's a good thing that I was able to get in right away today. We do have a fairly long line. It's not the worst I've ever seen, but a fairly long line today. It does look like a lot of this rain is probably actually gonna miss us. But if it does rain, it's so hot. Like I said, it's rainforest weather. I might need to take a shower in the rain. For right now, we're not worried about that. We are worried about getting as much done as we possibly can here at Cedar Point today. We paid for it. We might as well do it, right? Our next mark is the very first hypercoaster, Magnum XL. With Fastlane though, you don't need to go through here. Oh, wait a minute. This ride is temporarily delayed. I am assuming that means there's been some lightning around the area not long ago, because I think if it's a mile away where there's a lightning strike, they will close things down. So even though there is no lightning yet in this sky, there may be some close enough by that they've had to close things down. So we're gonna just try to keep moving past and toward whatever the next ride may be that may be open. Maybe we'll hit some flat rides. All right, it does show that probably about 5 coasters are closed right now, but not all of them. So we're just gonna kind of keep walking and do whatever we possibly can at this point. I'm not sure if Gemini is running, but I did see that Maverick was. So it doesn't really seem to be a rhyme or reason. Like, it's not the tallest ones, that are closed down. It's not the ones that are most susceptible to wind, so I'm not entirely sure why, but that's usually the case with Cedar Point. I know there are different protocols for every single coaster, so a lot of times that's the reason why, just that each one is different. Yep, so this is closed also. One thing to keep in mind is that if things are closed, they're closed for your good. Like, they're not closed because they just want to be lazy. They're closed because they don't want you to get struck by lightning, or they don't want some unforeseen circumstance with high wind to end up happening to you. Trust the process and trust Cedar Point. They have a very high and good track record as far as safety goes for a reason. Uh-oh, I just definitely heard some thunder, which tells me there's some lightning, which tells me there's a good chance some things are closed down. If they'll still let me on to Maverick, I might go, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. Yeah, he told me that they're down right now. I didn't see a sign in front, so I wasn't sure. But when you hear thunder, that's usually a pretty good thing to assume. Because where there's thunder, there's lightning. And where there's lightning, there's a chance you might get struck on top of a large metal pole. So instead, we're going into the farmhouse here. We're gonna grab some food real fast before the lunch rush hits, / before everything's closed. And so I'm gonna get lunch right now, rush hits. It's a little bit earlier than I want to eat today, but I mean, it's not earlier than I would usually recommend to eat though. Yeah, 6 minutes before 11 o'clock. It's not that early as far as I would usually recommend anyway. So yeah, let's get some steak and go. That looks so incredibly delicious today. No Lusty Lil for another 2 hours, so not until 1 o'clock. So instead, we're gonna just grab some food out here on the deck and eat. Let's go. So yeah, definitely the best place to eat is here when it's going to rain. You get a little bit shade covered area. Of course, going like to Lusty Lil's, that's another good place to go to, but you know the food, you know it's good. Let's go. All right, we've got Michael and Olivia here. Hey, thank you guys for saying hi. It's nice to meet you guys.
Great to meet you.
I'm out doing Fastlane stuff today. So what's your, oh nice, nice. What's your favorite ride here?
By far, Maverick. Pound
Maverick?
for pound, best ride.
Steel Vengeance.
I think I agree with you on Maverick overall, but hey, I mean, Steel Vengeance is an awesome ride. So, and you just kind of gotta just let go and let God. You know, like you just. It's so nice to meet you guys. Thank you for saying hi. It was so nice to meet that couple. I love it when you guys say hi to me here in the parks. I don't always have a ton of time to say hi, but it was nice to get just a few moments there. To talk with them, and they actually live really near to my brother, or used to live really near to where my brother and sister-in-law live, which is pretty cool. So right now we're just going to wash our hands. I felt really bad shaking their hands because I'm so greasy. All right, when it rains, you just find a way to entertain yourself anyway here at Cedar Point. Everything is closed down. I just looked through the entire list. There's more that we can do than just the roller coasters, than just the flat rides here at Cedar Point. So we're going, it's really original, but we're going to get a drink. So let's go. Needless to say, this is not the way I want to spend my time with Fastlane, but if we must, we must. Obviously, also, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. We're fine, we're in good company. Noticed some new bags that they have for sale, so we're gonna try those today. I think that sounds pretty good. All right, they have White Lightning, the Rambler, Penny Raz, and the Strawberryta in these bags. So they just put it up like this. You can wear it around your neck. Cost me $16 for it. It is quite a hefty portion. I mean, that's definitely a tall boy amount. It does look like, oh no, Maverick is open. I don't have enough time to hit this in the Fastlane line, I bet, but we might try it. First of all, on my way, we're gonna hit this and see what it's like. A little bit tart. It's very good though. I don't have any problem with it. It's kind of a strawberry kind of a taste. It says lemonade, blackberry, peach, and Southern Comfort. I like it a lot. It's very good. It's very classy looking. We all stand a classy drink, right? Also, that's what I'm known for, right? Is being like a really classy guy. We are on our way now to Maverick. It looks like most of the rain must have passed us. So we're gonna try to get into this. Let's go. All right, we're gonna have to finish this fairly quickly up here on the stairs, but we are able to pass quite a bit. Now this is one of those fast lanes also that go all the way up straight onto the station. I think it's a true chugger. It's only been a couple minutes and it's still looking like it could potentially be raining at any moment, but I am getting ready to get on right now. I'm also just a little bit toasty from all of that drink. That has been a 10-minute wait. Maybe by the time they get here, it'll be like a 12-minute wait to get on to Maverick today with our Fastlane Plus. All right, this is Mike. We just rode Maverick together, and right at the end, he goes, "Are you not your normal guy?" And I was like, "Yep." So, what's your favorite ride here, Mike?
Maverick's my favorite ride, man.
Maverick? Okay. I love Maverick too. I think objectively it's my favorite.
It's just because downtime. I don't want to talk about that. I'm going to put it down.
Yeah, sure. I mean, those Intamin coasters will get you every time.
Yes.
So, it's nice to meet you though, Mike.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
You have
man.
a great
Thank
one.
You so much. All right, you too.
All right, the guys from Forbidden Frontier trying to encourage people to come on in, which honestly, on a day when it is raining, that actually might be a really good option to do Forbidden Frontier, because you're going to have a lot of little places where you can go inside, especially when it just seems like you're just constantly on the cusp of rain, like it is right now. There's always little shelters, little huts where you can go inside throughout that entire place. So that would probably be a really good place to go hang out on a day that feels like this during this kind of time. Like, it won't stay like this all day. So it started raining and everything is down now except for Maverick at 120 minutes. So I think we might actually go hang out on the beach a little bit. It looks like it may quit raining for just a little bit, and then there's gonna be more rain in like a half hour after that. So I'm kind of thinking maybe right now is the perfect time for me to head out to the beach, get some time spent out there, grab a drink, and just kind of hang out, maybe take a shower in the rain. Let's go. Iron Dragon is closed down also, although it looks like they might be running the remainder. Yeah, looks like they are loading up there. So they might be running a few people that are still there just to get them out of the line. I hear them talking up there and I heard people yelling, like cheering. Looks like they are getting ready for Cedar Point nights, which is usually a party that they hold out on the beach. I would definitely be excited for that. I see a structure starting to emerge on the old Wicked Twister plot. If you leave to go out to the beach, don't forget that you do need to either get a picture taken of you and a little ticket that will get you back into the park, or you need to have a pass for the season. Those are your two options. For drinks, they also have this cool lanyard. I love this thing, that's cool. And I can put all kinds of things on it. So if you get one of those bags, that's another thing that you get. It even says Cedar Point on it. It's cool, I like that. Why not take a free shower if you have the opportunity, especially on a hot day like this? It does look like they are already preparing for Cedar Point nights. There's stuff that's happening down here already. A couple different things I have not seen yet so far this year. Got Cedar Point nights, July 29th through August 21st. Got a couple cornhole things. Got some basketball hoops. We've got a nice big area for a stage. Lots of stuff out here on the sand for you to do. And I'm hearing some more thunder. I don't know, does that mean that I need to get off of this beach where I'm surrounded by nothingness? And lightning would be more likely to strike me? Probably. So definitely don't do what I'm doing right now. Looks like there's also some sort of like a sand pit over here. Lots of cool stuff. Lots of people at the pool today. Indoor pool, obviously. I've never seen them just have the doors open like that either. It's also gonna quit raining pretty soon. And I don't feel like having another drink, at least not right now. So instead, I'm just gonna keep walking all the way down to Lighthouse, just because I can. I get completely drenched, right? Like, why does it matter? This shirt's already wet. It's already wet from sweat. So who cares? I don't want to put this on. This would feel miserable to put on. It does look like the water park may not be open today, and I know they closed early yesterday. If you follow Cedar Point on Twitter or also follow Tony Clark on Twitter, you're going to see updates about the park. And so they'll tell me like Cedar Shores is closing today early, if that's their plan for the day. So there are different things that you can find out a little bit more if you follow them on Twitter. So definitely go check them out for more very up-to-the-date news on Cedar Point. Yeah, I don't see anyone in the pool bar. One person. Look, when Cedar Point is closed, get your steps in, right? That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna get rid of this dad bod eventually. It's honestly, it's probably the least of my concerns, but I do want to be healthy. So get my steps in, be healthy, do the things I need to do to take care of myself. If it's raining, what a perfect time. You've got a natural coolant in the atmosphere. Go for a walk, take advantage of the time. Don't just sit and sulk inside the amusement park. I know it's a little bit different for me because I have a pass, but if you have the ability to just go enjoy your day, I mean, you're here one way or another. You can go talk to guest services later on today. Go for a walk right now. Talk to guest services and let them know that you're dissatisfied with your visit. Be very kind, be polite to them, and ask if they can refund your ticket or whatever you need to have done. Once again, be polite, don't be demanding. But if you've got that going on, you know, before you do that, just go for a little walk. You're here anyway. Enjoy your time and make the most of it, regardless of what you need to do. Just, you know, get completely drenched like I am. Why not? Not to mention, you can also do some sightseeing, like seeing Magnum from a very different angle, like I am right now. You can also see a different part of the park, like the campgrounds, the just Lighthouse Point all in general. And just, it gives you another way to enjoy your time here at Cedar Point. I see very little use in complaining or being miserable when you can just go on a little adventure. There's no reason not to. I have a couple cool Airstream campers down here today. I also love the fire pits that each of these campsites is outfitted with, along with a nice grill. But you do have to have a nicer camper than just a tent. So if you'll notice, all of these are nicer campers. Also, if you get caught out here in the rain, there are bathrooms here that you can go to. They're not gonna lock you out of them or anything like that. Right next to me over there. I'm not really sure why any of those are there. I mean, all of these campers would have bathrooms on them or in them. So I'm not sure why there are the bathrooms there, but I guess maybe if your camper has a bathroom that doesn't work or whatever. But if you're out on a nice little walk anyway, just enjoying the beach or enjoying whatever's around here and you need to go to the bathroom, that's another option for you, along with, of course, the restrooms that are at Breakers Hotel. There are also, it looks like bigger restrooms right here next to the cabins that they have. It is very distracting when you can't even see. Like, there's nothing to wipe off my stuff with either. This is far too wet to wipe it off with. It's just gonna be a streaked mess, or it's going to be a teardrop mess. I don't know. Over here you have part cabin and part camper leading over to the namesake for Lighthouse Point. Well, the storm did not react the way I thought it would, but you can see over here, it kind of just continued to swing around a little bit more. So we actually got a lot more rain than I expected to get. So, hey, at least I'm nice and clean now, right? All that sweat has just washed off onto the pavement. Here's a pool, and I've never noticed this before, but it says Cedar Point in the Civil War. I know you probably really can't see it because it's probably kind of foggy, but wow, so they actually had the gun battery here, and it sounds like maybe a fort too. It became a fort. The fort was home to 150 soldiers. That's cool. This was against the Confederate Army, and they had a prison for those officers. But it was right next to this lighthouse right here. They have a hot tub, they have a pool, and they have a splash pad for your kids. Although it looks like the splash pad maybe turned off. It looks like the splash heads are gone. Open 8 a.m. to midnight. Oh, it's laundry and bathrooms. Now over here, you are actually really, really far down. I had no idea how far to the side of the island you are at this point, but you are right underneath Steel Vengeance, kind of the lift hill for Steel Vengeance. So if you look off to the left while you're on Steel Vengeance, usually I end up looking to the right, but if you look to the left while you are going up the lift hill, you'll see all of these little cabins right here. It's kind of cool. So make it very difficult for you to try to get across the road and back over to Cedar Point, and I'm sure there's a reason for that. You also have shuffleboard, just kind of a fun little area to play. This whole strip, except for a couple of lots, has just a large park on it. You even have all your equipment in here. That's a pretty cool thing for you and your senior citizen children to play. It's probably not the most popular thing amongst the youngsters, but I mean, it's still a fun little thing for you to do, I suppose. Just a nice large strip of land. Well, my glasses, my chest, my shoulders, I'm getting completely drenched out here. And I mean, honestly, it feels good. I'm not mad about it. I chose to do this, right? Now, the cool thing is, my shoes still aren't too terrible. Thank goodness. It is 12:59 right now. Lusty Lil's starts at 1 o'clock. I'm not going to Lusty Lil's right now. But Come See About Me starts at 1:30. So I'll have about 10 minutes to get in line, because with this kind of rain, even though it's not it's not pouring down, so it's not that terrible. But with this amount of rain, I just got dripped on right on my face. With this kind of rain, there's going to be more people trying to go to the shows. So I'm going to give myself a hefty amount of time, probably about 20 minutes, for me to get into Come See About Me. But I'm just going to walk all the way down to the furthest one, so that I don't have to put on this extremely wet, disgustingly wet shirt. As long as I possibly can, because once you go into the park, you should put your shirt on Usually if it's like really rainy or extremely hot, they give some leeway with that, but I still don't want to take advantage of them too much if I can. So we're just gonna go straight down there. Hopefully things clean out or clear up a little bit after this show and I can actually ride a few rides, but I don't know. You never know when you come to Cedar Point. But either way, it's always a good day when you come to Cedar Point anyway, so every day's a blessed day. Just enjoy it. This thing, look at that. It's like a dish towel. I think this is wetter than my dish towels. Seen others throughout the day, well, throughout this walk anyway, going back to their rooms or their cabins, things like that, or just going back to their cars. That definitely bodes well for me, potentially, for the future. Later on tonight, there's a good chance we'll have fewer people here now. That also throws maybe a wrench into this. But you never know what you're going to get when you come to Cedar Point. Sometimes you're going to end up getting a rainy day. Other days, it's going to be a really amazing one. So we'll see how the crowd levels end up shaking out when we get back into the park. So far, I've seen a lot of like hour-and-a-half waits. I think Millennium Force was at 90. I do hear Red that's open now too. Turnstiles are still open for the water park, so it may still be open. You never know when they're going to close things. As a matter of fact, looks like it is. It looks like some rides maybe have just opened. People are running on. I'm not sure that I'd want to do that, not in the rain. Says the guy walking around shirtless in the rain. Who would care? Why does that make any difference? I'm already just as wet as they are. Oh. Okay, my feet are soppy wet now. They're starting to squeak. People having a picnic. That would be one of the nicest things about these first four Breakers hotel suites. Break out your cold cuts and cheese. Have a little picnic out on the beach without really being on the beach. By the time that this video is released, Cedar Point nights will have just started. So you guys should definitely go check this out. I can't vouch for it yet, of course, but looks like it'll be a pretty cool thing. And I definitely think it's always something that's been worthwhile to check out. Really, as long as you pay for parking, you can come in because you can easily just walk down the beach. But you should definitely come hang out down here, see what they have to do. A lot of times they have like silent discos and all kinds of just fun stuff out here. So go check that out for something fun to do on a weekend day or even on a weeknight. But we are here. I had to put my shirt on. I'm about to button it up. It is time to go and enjoy this soggy, crazy wet shirt while I'm in the air conditioning at Come See About Me. It is 1:16. It's taken a little bit longer to get into the park than I anticipated. But I guess it's because I walked all the way down the beach to this entrance. So now we've got just a few more minutes. To get down to Come See About Me. Come See About Me, I believe, opens up 10 minutes before the next showing. So the next showing is at 1:30, so it should be open right when we get there. So let's go. Wow, so this is the place to be during a rain episode. It is 1:20 right now. This show starts at 1:30. Does look like it is still a very popular day. Of course, no one is in line for rides right now. So that's part of the reason why the pathways become just flooded with people. And you really see how busy the park is when no one is in line for rides. But we are headed down to the Jack Aldrich Theater right now for Come See About Me. Hopefully there's not too many people waiting to get inside and we won't have an issue. So let's go. They have opened up Raptor. It looks like there are people on it and there are people in line for it. And not just outside. but inside the queue also. Man, I haven't seen a line for this in a while. Not this long anyway. Oh, never mind. The doors are just open. Hey! All right, and it worked. It's nice and sunny out here now after a day full of rain. Come See About Me is such a great show. I would put that up against any show, even like, to me, even at Disney. I'm sorry, I would. I love that show so much. The diversity, the group of people that they have, the talent is so good. I just was watching shows at Kings Island and I loved them, absolutely loved them, but they pale in comparison to this. I just absolutely love that show. Right now it is 2 o'clock and I am going out to my car to spend a little bit of time napping. Part of what makes this possible is, first of all, that I have the Fastlane, and secondly, that the park is open until 11 o'clock tonight. So I'll come back in at about 3 o'clock after I've gotten a good 45-minute nap in. I can't show it and record it at the same time, but my little blue dot just keeps moving as I get closer and closer to where I'm going. So I'm trying to get out to my car and it will go, my little blue dot will go right underneath the dot where my car is. And here we are right now for a little bit of a rest. Let's go. Today is one of those days when I could use a hotel. I'm just exhausted. Oh, but it's gonna feel really nice to get a little bit of a nap. So that's what we're doing right now. All right, I'm on my way back into the park right now. And got a nice nap. Got a little bit, actually, like the shirt's nice and dry now, finally. And it's a beautiful day out here. So we're going back into the park. We are going to ride as many rides on this Fastlane as we possibly can.
Will be enforced. Food and beverage items are not permitted inside the booth.
All right, we are back in Cedar Point right now. I'm well rested and dry. And it's time to go down to Raptor. Honestly, at this point, I'm not sure that there's a single thing that I shouldn't do or a single best order for me to do something in. All right, so Fastlane enters over here on the side. Let's go. The line is nice and long too. So we'll be making good use of this Fastlane. Okay, so this Fastlane line means I just need to wait these like 5 people right here before I will be in the main line. Definitely worth it to me. I just skipped all of this with our Fastlane for today. I got in line at 3:57 and it took until about 3:59 for me to get on that. It is now 4:08. I got off the ride right at, well, by the time I got all the way off, that's 4:08. It is now 4:08, which means from beginning to very, very end, it took me 13 minutes. 11 minutes, I can't math. And our next mark is a Fastlane at Blue Street. Hello, Raptor. We'll see how long this posted wait is, but Fastlane is right over here. See how long the weekend Fastlane is here at Blue Street. 30 minutes for the normal Fastlane, or at least that's what the sign says. I would tend to believe that also. But we're gonna go straight onto this ride. Let's go. That has been a 3-minute wait right now, and we are entering the line. Here is the entire queue behind us. Let's get on this ride. And there's no line up on Valravn for Fastlane, which means I'm gonna get right onto this one. And looks like the line may be fairly big for Valravn also. So Blue Streak was either incredibly much better at the front row or all of the rain today just kind of lubed it up and made it better. I'm not quite sure which way it is, but whatever it is, I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun. It was zippy, it was smooth, it was awesome. We are on our way in, skipping this entire line. Today, this thing, I would say, is definitely worth it. I'm not sure about it always. Sometimes I'm a little bit uncertain, but today, definitely a different kind of a feeling on Fastlane. Also, for I think it was $49 with my past discount. That was money, I would say, well spent. And we're going on right now. Let's go. Well, that is 3 rides done in like 30 minutes, maybe less than that. Yeah, it's been 33 minutes for all of that. Absolutely love that ride. Look at it. If there was a feeling that made you feel the most like a bird, this is the one. Well, either this or Gatekeeper. It's just such a smooth, soaring ride. It's so much fun. It actually kind of makes me feel like that scene on The Rescuers Down Under when he jumps on top of an eagle. It's so much fun. Also, I didn't look at what the wait time was. I'm sure I caught it on the video. But the people that rode with me told me that they waited for a full hour to get onto it. So we just skipped a full hour line and went straight into it. So that was just a really, really great use of our Fastlane. The only rides with a Fastlane that you really need to think about, especially on the weekend, is Iron Dragon and Cedar Creek Mine Ride. Those two are going to have the most difficulty because you do not have Fastlane. So if you're wanting to get good wait times on those, you have to kind of strategize just a little bit to figure out what you need to do first. Looks like this line will not be terrible at all. And the sign says 5 minutes. So let's go. So I'm guessing because the day has shaken out to be the way it was, it kind of rained until about 3-ish, maybe 2-ish. And because of that, people are still trying to ride their biggest rides right now. And these smaller rides have not quite gotten the lines that they would have. Of course, it could be something different than that. I mean, it could just be that we have a thrill-seeking audience today. You don't really know. This is just my conjecture to see, based on just what I've been watching throughout the year. Ultimately, every crowd here at Cedar Point is different, and every crowd responds a little bit differently to everything. So you never quite know what's actually going to happen and what you really need to pay attention to. You just need to watch for context clues based on the audience that actually is at Cedar Point. All right, row 6. We are ready to go right now. The other train is not quite here yet. It's going right there. But we are ready to go right now. Waiting for one more train here. Probably be about an 8-minute wait altogether from beginning to hopping into the car. There goes our train, and here comes, or there goes that train, and here comes our train. And like I said, it's gonna be an 8-minute wait. Let's go. And our next ride will be Rougarou. Nice and fast, straight from one to the next. Let's go. It says 30 minutes, but we all know Rougarou can be inconsistent sometimes. Let's see where it is. Wow, this line does look like it could be a 30-minute wait, actually. We've got a decent wait there, but we're going straight through it onto the shared line over here. So let's go. I could maybe get this one just a little bit faster, actually probably quite a bit faster, by waiting until the end of the night. But I'd kind of like to hit every ride before 7 o'clock when the parade starts. So I'm just gonna hit every single one of them in sequential order instead. Looks like a 15-minute wait right now. Maybe even less than that. All right, done with Rougarou, and we are on our way actually to some food next. And we are going to grab some food at a place where I have not eaten yet this year, although I have kind of looked at their meal plans a couple of times actually. And that's going to be the Red Garter. We're gonna see what time actually some shows are there also, if there are any that we've not missed yet today that we could possibly hit this evening. And there's some music going on right now, so perfect timing. All right, perfect timing for this show. This is not a healthy meal. It's all fake. And it's probably going to be absolutely delicious. Also, I got a tall boy. This is a Belgian, white Belgian. It's really good. Did ask for this without the olives in it. They didn't give it to me with the olives anyway. I mean, it's a really, really loud place when I was ordering. I'm honestly not that upset by it. It's fine. Definitely not my favorite place for Tex-Mex here, but it's a good place to try. The water, on the other hand, has a very distinct metal or I don't know. It has a very distinct flavor to it. But you do get a big water rather than those tiny little cups that, so it's at least nice to have that. All right, we are on our way now to Millennium Force. I still have a decent drink to finish up. Definitely got to do that. But I will have a pretty decently long line in here, even with Fastlane Plus. It says an hour at the front of this line. I definitely buy that for this line. But I will not have an hour wait. I will still have all of this to wait though.
Incoming riders, please don't take on screen any of those articles.
Here's our train right now. Let's
glasses.
Go. All right, it is 6:37. We are on our way now to Gatekeeper because they're going to be getting ready back behind Gatekeeper, and we're going to go check it out. So we'll be able to see a little bit of the parade. We'll be able to see them getting ready back behind the scenes, and we'll also get a great ride out of it. Plus, we'll be right in the area of the parade when it gets started. So we're going to kind of kill two birds with one stone on this ride. But that ride did take a little while. It takes a little bit longer loading and unloading Millennium Force. And then, of course, I did have that like 15 or 20 minute wait that you have to go on where it's the shared queue. Okay, yeah, it was unintentional, but we hit Iron Dragon at the perfect time. Look at that line for Iron Dragon now. It still isn't probably more than a half-hour line for Iron Dragon, but a half-hour line is too much for Iron Dragon. Nobody wants to wait that long for that. After this ride, I believe that we will only have 4 more rides left to go for the rest of the evening for us to complete. That includes, we would have had a lot more done than even that if we would have spent less time eating. We had about 5 hours this morning when I was only able to ride 2, maybe 3 rides. With that, I mean, these things have definitely come in clutch. Considering the weather today, considering the kind of circumstances we were going to run into, it's been a really good thing to have. I have 15 minutes until the parade begins. That's what they're saying right now over the system. I have a feeling we will be able to get onto Gatekeeper within that 15-minute time limit without much of an issue at all. So that's where we're headed right now. Let's go. 30 minutes.
I thought it was pretty comfortable.
Yeah, so with the Fastlane, this is definitely a much shorter line. You can see over there, the new restaurant that they're building. I mean, allegedly new restaurant that they're building. Lots of stuff coming up, and it has been officially 10 minutes right now for this next ride for us. Let's go. So good. But now we've got the parade right behind me, and I got to see it from the air, which was really fun. So let's go. Wow, I never thought about this, but what a great place to watch the parade. Find a little spot for your family. You probably have to get here about a half hour ahead just to be able to do that, but if you need a little rest anyway, what a great place to do that. And have some space also for your kids to play. So, I'm on my way back out again. My phone is now at 10% battery. My extra batteries, have not worked as well as I would have liked today. And sometimes that just happens. Luckily, once again, we have this. I went too far out, that's the problem. So now we gotta go to the right spot. All right, it's time to go back in and to ride the last 5 rides that we have to ride with our Fastlane today. So we've got an hour before the last show, and we're not worried about watching every second of that show either. So, and then we have an hour after the show too to ride all we possibly can. I think we'll definitely hit everything today. I mean, we better with with Fastlane, but we've also taken a ton of breaks today. I've got a full charge again, or not a full charge, but a 75% charge, something like that, on my phone right now. So we're ready to go ride the last 5 rides of the day. Let's go. This is closed down this evening, so we have to go to the middle one. And we get to enjoy a lit up park on the way in tonight. I love it when Cedar Point starts to light up as the evening progresses. It's one of my favorite things, and I missed it so much in 2020. So once again, one of those things I'm not taking for granted. Okay, I've already done quite a bit of walking today. We're gonna hit one more ride on the way back. This has a pretty short line anyway, so let's do it. I already have 21,000 steps in today. Just going back and forth to the Lighthouse Point, that was 10,000 steps in and of itself. And then at this point, I've got 21,000 steps right now. Probably still do another at least 2 laps around the park today. We'll be probably at 30,000 steps by the end of tonight. But now we are on our way to the ride that I thought we did, because I tried to do it earlier, but I did not actually ride it, which is Magnum once again. So we're gonna hit Magnum tonight. Let's go. Ah, no. It's delayed for maintenance again. Magnum just doesn't know how to get it together today. And our next ride is Pipe Scream as it goes, well, stops right here.
Hey, mama.
Once again, straight on to Fastlane. Oh, I thought it was a really short line. It's actually not as short as I thought, but pretty decent. So let's go. They'll stop you here at the chain. He'll tell you when to go. I might get on the next one. We'll see what happens. Well, I was to the right again, which always makes me feel sick every time. But I'm done with it. I don't have to ride it again. And once again, for any of you people, any of you jokers that are going to be down in the comments saying that, and for any of you jokers who are going to say that that is not a roller coaster, I agree with you. It is not a roller coaster. But Cedar Point counts it as a roller coaster, so I always ride it as a roller coaster for any of these, especially Fastlane challenges, so that you know what all you can do with a Fastlane here at Cedar Point. Now, it says a little bit over 30 minutes for this ride, but there should be a Fastlane entrance right over here, and I see it. So that's where we're headed. Hop on this Fastlane entrance over here. This one is probably one of the harder Fastlane entrances to find. Get a gander at all the people that are gonna scare the crap out of themselves. Hop onto Gemini, no wait at all. They just had one side go down, so the other side is open right now. Heading out right now. But they have like a platform full of people, so they'll let us in once it's not full anymore.
That means you're out of here. Goodbye. Have fun. Maybe you can go eat some spaghetti later. Who knows? Welcome back, riders. That was your ride. I got a thumbs up.
Gemini is always a great ride. So much fun tonight. But Magnum is still closed down right now. So we've got one more. Oh, this looks like it's not an option right now too. Looks like Mine Ride is down right now. We don't have enough time to wait for Mine Ride right now. Obviously Magnum is down. And then maybe we could go hit Steel Vengeance though, right now. I was kind of gonna just save that for the very end of the night, but maybe I'll do that right now. And then we can go back to the show as soon as we're done, because this will not take very long with the Fastlane that I have. So we can hit that, and maybe we can come back here, hit a couple more things at the end of the show, and we'll have 2 more hours to complete everything. I don't want to get beat by 1 like I did for the last Fastlane challenge that I did. So let's see what we can do. Let's go. It's time to go. Looks like 15 minutes for Fastlane. We're gonna hop on this right now. Yeah, this is a long line, but not for me. Now this used to be a lot faster with Fastlane than it is right now, because now they fill this all up, which they used to do also, but they didn't do it last year. So now you have to wait down this entire like cave area to get down there also, and then you have to wait again at the end of that. Steel Vengeance is just always so good. I did, however, see 4 people, count them 4, have to be turned away and told to exit the line because they had bags with them. You can't have bags. You can't have fanny packs. You can't have anything that resembles a bag. Nothing over the shoulder, no crossbody bags, nothing like that. So that's something like I just feel like I can't stress that enough, considering that I saw 4 people right next to me all be escorted out of the line. They do say it a lot of times up at the front. I'll hear them very frequently say like, no bags, fanny packs, no bags, fanny packs, over and over and over again. So now, I mean, I don't really understand it a whole lot, if I'm gonna be completely honest, because there are certainly some fanny packs that can fit in the lockers. And the guys I saw escorted out had a fanny pack that was small enough to fit in the lockers. That doesn't make sense to me, but it's not my rule. It's the rule of Cedar Point. So we have to respect their rules. We're on their property. So basically what I'm saying is do what they tell you to do. It is 10:03 right now. I think usually the show ends up going a little bit after 10 o'clock. So like to 10:15, something like that. So I'm hoping that I can catch a little bit of it before I hit our final 2 rides for the evening, assuming that Magnum is up at this point. Okay, I do see some spotlights going. And I'd like to see the ending of this show, unless I've just missed it all. Okay, so I didn't even have to walk. There was a security guard right there. She told me that it was done, unfortunately. So we're just heading right back. I mean, it's one more way to get my steps in, right? Okay, Cedar Creek Mine Ride and Magnum are both up right now. So we are going to try to hit them. I thought they were closed, checked the app, and it says a 10-minute wait for Cedar Creek Mine Ride. Now, this is one of those problem children when you have the fast lane, because there is no fast lane for it. But if you have a fast lane and you wait until evening, then you can usually just get right onto this, because this is such a family-friendly ride. A lot of families have left by this point. So let's get straight onto this. Then we'll go hop over to Magnum and we'll have hit every ride for the day, and maybe we'll hit one more at the end of the night. We'll see what happens. Let's go. Perfect. You could not ask for a more perfect situation. And they're coming in right now. They are definitely down to 1 train tonight. So hopefully I can get off this quickly and then move straight on to my very last ride of the night, which is Magnum. Truly, I should have done these in opposite fashion, but I'd already walked back here by the time that I saw that these were open. Magnum's not very far of a walk from here. It's gonna be a pretty easy thing to be able to get over there. And We have a half hour right now until park close. So maybe that'll give us a little bit more time to ride one more ride after that. Magnum says that it has a 5-minute wait. Once again, it's the same kind of thing. Beginning of the day, end of the day, Magnum is kind of an afterthought. People don't really care about that because they'd rather be riding Millennium. They'd rather be riding Steel Vengeance or Maverick. They're not looking for Magnum at the end of the night. So we're gonna go hit that. And at that point, we will have completed the challenge, but why not try for at least one more since we've got this little baby tonight. I am going to go into the Fastlane entrance, even though I don't think it's really gonna help me. It'll get me onto the ride a little bit faster, just simply because it's the closest entrance. If I was on the other side, I would enter from the other entrance because it would be a little bit faster in the other case. Because there's obviously no line here, so you just want the most direct path. And our train is already here. That was a straight walk on. Let's go. And at that, I have finished up the challenge for tonight. However, right now I'm headed back because if I can get more steps, why not, right? So I'm headed back where I came from one more time. We're gonna go hit Maverick and we'll see what else. If I can maybe do Steel Vengeance at the very end of the night, I'll do that, but I don't know if that's possible. I'm thinking the best bet is just to do Maverick 2 times or something like that, if that's even a possibility. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna make as much use of this as we possibly can. Let's go. Here at the end of the night, lines are ranging 20 minutes for Maverick and 45 minutes for Steel Vengeance. That's pretty crazy good. But it is looking like we only have about 10 minutes. At most, we might be able to hit Magnum twice. But there's a good chance it'll take 10 minutes for us to, get buckled in and all that kind of stuff for the entire ride. But we'll see what happens. All right, and we're ready to go here on Maverick. See if it's possible for us to hit 2. We're gonna have to move at top speed for that. So let's go. All right.
You will be ejected from the park without refunds.
Let's go.
Too soon.
Here comes one of the...
Welcome back, riders. How was your ride?
All right, it is 11:01 right now. The very end of the night. And it's time for me to go out to the beach, get some water, and head home. I got church in the morning. If I would have really hurried, they may have let me on for one more ride, but I don't have any cares to give with that. I don't need to ride one more time. Now this is gonna end up working out just about perfectly for me tonight. It is so hot out here. It's ready to go. My back is so sweaty. This family right here has been just hanging out there all day long. Doesn't look like a bad idea to me. We are on our way to the sandbar, if it's open, to get some water. This thing, even though it's not raining, it is just as wet as when it was raining today. It's crazy. I love these fire pits though. Usually I find I need to use the restroom right before I leave, so I'm hitting all of these things one at a time, But there are restrooms right back here, right outside the rotunda, where you can go. They're like little private rooms. Someone made a nice little setup out there. So I rode every single roller coaster here at Cedar Point tonight. I also took like 2 naps out in the car to charge my battery. I saw a show, and there was like a 4-hour period where I was not able to do anything. 10 to about 3, 2, 4 hours, yeah. So, and that was because of rain. So, to be able to do everything with the Fastlane, and have about 6 hours of downtime, I mean, you're not going to hear any complaints from me, definitely. That was a great night tonight. And the door is open. So this is your way to get back in if you need to. It is perfectly fine. They have people around watching you. You don't even need a ticket to walk through here, but they're assuming you're coming to your car. I wouldn't come just hang out in the park. You will get thrown out if that's the case. But if you're just beelining it from one spot to another to either go pick up something that you lost or to go find your car, that's not going to be a problem for them. You can see the empty arcade. All right, we still have another week left in July, and a little bit more than a week, because a week goes till the 30th. Today's July 23rd, and we've made it to our goal of 3,000 subscribers. We're actually at 3,007 subscribers right now. Thank you guys so much. You guys shared, you helped people find this channel, and I owe it all to you guys. So thank you so much for doing all that kind of stuff, and keep doing whatever it is you're doing, because it's obviously working. So eventually we'll plan some sort of other thing, but right now we are planning a meet and greet, and I'm just tonight circulating the ideas. So you'll hear more about that both on the channel and on Instagram, so keep an eye out on both places for that. Community posts especially on YouTube, and then all kinds of stuff on Instagram. I'll be doing polls, and I'll be doing all kinds of different things for what you need or what you're looking for. So once again, thank you guys so much. I'm just blown away. It's pretty cool. So thank you so much for the 3,000 subscribers, and now I owe you one. So we got to figure out a way for us to do a meet and greet here in Cedar Point, and I think it's going to be pretty easy to do. I think you guys are going to make it easy, because you guys have just been such an awesome audience. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Press that subscribe button if you haven't. Press the like button, and do all those YouTube things, and let's go. $30,815 steps, and I'm not done yet. So we're gonna be at 31,000 steps, maybe even more than that. That's craziness. You know, the funny thing is, though, I guess it's because I didn't get wet today. I don't know, I guess I did, but I didn't get like drenched wet, like down to my underwear wet, like I often would on like a water ride, but I didn't do water rides today. So without that, I'm like, there's no chafing going on. But there was horrible chafing at Kings Island because I did the water rides. So I guess maybe lesson learned. I still won't stop riding water rides. I like them too much. Does not learn lessons well. 31,191 steps. my legs are exhausted. But I feel really good, so that's good. I should have some good energy tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for watching. Let's go.